Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Cwtjohnsons, running Maverick, the Money Maverick. Hope you guys doing all right. Thank you so much for tuning in with Active Dad. Hope you guys like this content. Again, share and like, subscribe to my page. See if I can help you guys out with any kind of information I have as in experiences. I'm not the expert on the fatherhood, the dadhood, raising kids. I'm just talking my experience and my story and how it's worked out for me and how I'm learning every day. Like I'm not perfect man all over the place, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm sharing my experiences, the ups and downs, and see if I can help as many people as I can out there. So again, if you guys like this content, share and like it, and subscribe to my page. First off, I want to talk about multiple kids. I had a video that I wanted to share with you guys, how to prepare for your first baby, but YouTube, some odd reason, wouldn't approve it. I'm not sure if the content was too good or they just didn't want me to share it with you guys. But I mean, I was talking from my experiences having the first child, how preparing for it is it's never the same for everybody. It's always different. So if someone kind of shows you the way, and it's going to be maybe different for you. Remember, every child is different and every situation is different. So from my experience, it was really hard the first baby because you really don't know what you're doing. And a lot of the work was on my wife because I had to go to work. So it was a challenge, definitely. But we got through it, and definitely you have to make sure, like I said before, you have to make sure that you have a baby seat before you leave the hospital. The hospital by law won't let you leave without a baby seat in Canada. And you have to make sure that you're prepared, as in you don't need 100 bottles, but you need a few. You need diapers, a lot of diapers. Babies go through a lot of diapers. And you have to know how to change a diaper. And definitely, depending on when you have the baby, you have to have different kinds of clothing. You want to make sure that the baby's warm at all times. Not overheating, but you want to make sure the baby's warm, not freezing. And I think breastfeeding is the best, but again, do what works for you. If you want to do formula, you can use formula. But I believe in breastfeeding gives the baby all the nutrients that the mother has. And again, if you guys hear any noise upstairs, that's my son, my kids. I have 4, or my wife and I have 4. And we have 2 boys, 2 girls, ages from 10 down to 1. So, never a dull moment, always a full house, something going on. And so if you hear any noise, that's usually the children. So yeah, straight up, I want to talk to you guys again today about multiple kids, having multiple children. Like I said, we have 4, so it's a lot. Every child is different, so you might have one child that likes soccer, another child that likes basketball, one child that likes sports, one that likes reading. But that's okay. Just nurture the gifts and the talents that the child has, because every child is different. So, but it is an added burden, definitely, when you have multiple children, because there's more mouths to feed and more things that can go wrong, as in there are always something going on in our house. You have to watch them, definitely, because they want to play rough sometimes, and you have to watch the boys with the girls, because sometimes the boys don't know their own strength, and they may fight or play fight with the other siblings and hurt them. So you have to watch the children, definitely. But definitely having multiple children is a blessing. It's a lot of work, tons of work. Always something going on, like I said. But you have to make sure that you take turns. Definitely, couples, single mothers and single fathers, I don't know how they do it. Like with multiple children, it's a handful, and definitely my hat goes on to those that have their situation a little bit different, where they are a single parent and taking care of children on their own. It's a lot. I grew up in a single family home. My mom took care of 3 children, and it was a full house. Like, there was a lot for her. She also worked full time. She wasn't on assistance on welfare. Like in Canada, we have welfare and we have like government assistance. She wasn't on that. She worked a full-time job and took care of 3 children, all over the age of 10. So it was a lot of work for her. And she's the greatest, you know what I mean? Like, my hat goes off to the single mothers out there that do what they got to do to take care of their children. By any means necessary, whatever you got to do. If you got to go on assistance, go on assistance. If you have a full-time job, get a full-time job. If you have grandparents that can babysit, that's amazing. Always never turn down babysitting help. Definitely with multiple children, because you and your spouse or whoever you're with need time off. You need that break away from the children, and I think the children need the break from you too. So definitely having multiple children, never turn down babysitting, because you need some time, again, for yourself. Next, go the extra mile. I know a lot of people out there think that you can live a single life with multiple children. It doesn't work like that. Like, definitely when you're single, you're single. When you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship. Trying to live the singlehood in a relationship, it doesn't work. And trying to live the relationships when you're single, it's totally different, because when you're single, you can pretty much, you don't have any dependence. You pretty much, if you don't have any dependence, it's kind of like you're on your own. So like pretty much all responsibilities to you, and you really don't have to live the couple life if you're single. It's totally different. And not one is better than the other. It's just different. So going the extra miles, going the extra mile for you and yours and your multiple children. I know there's couples that have multiple children outside of the nucleus. Like me and my wife are together, and we have 4 children together. So it's I see it as being a lot easier, as in not having multiple children everywhere or all over the place. It's better to be in the nucleus, but that's my opinion. That's my experience. So if you have it a different way and it works out for you, great. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. There's only so much that you can do, and you can only be at one place at one time. So definitely having multiple children in different places is a lot of work, a lot of stress, a lot of worry, and a lot of times we're not thinking about the certain time, but then we have to deal with the consequences. And that's what I tell a lot of young people nowadays. It's not the experience in the moment right now that's going to really be great. It's in the future, the consequences that you have to live with, because if you end up having different children in different areas, now you got to take care of all those children, and those children are not all going to get the same love, because you can't be at 20 places at the same time. So definitely someone's going to miss out on the love that you need to give to them because you're somewhere else. So it's always best, I think, to be in one nucleus, one family, one base. I know things happen and situations happen, but I've seen that those that stay together, kind of like the children get all the love in one place, and it works out better. So with God's grace and God's help, definitely I pray that me and my wife stay together and we raise our kids in one nucleus, because being separated is not fun, it's not easy, and it's a lot of work and stress and worry. But again, I'm here to help the masses. Again, you guys see my content, and those of you that like it, thank you so much for subscribing to my page and sharing this video. And again, if there's any concerns, questions, you need some advice, you want to talk, I'm here to help the masses. My contact is there. My email is there. I'm in near Toronto, Canada, and want to do a Zoom and just talk to anybody that's out there that wants to connect. I'm trying to build this community, trying to build this page, and I'm here to help the masses. So next one is like society. We see nowadays that people are having a lot less children than they used to. When my grandparents were growing up, they're from Jamaica. They had 11, on my mom's side, they had 11 siblings, or 11 kids. And then on my dad's side, they had around 8, 9. But that's how it was back in the day. When they had farms, they used to have a lot of children. And I guess back then, parents thought that if they had more children, I guess their nucleus would be bigger. I guess they thought that a family with a lot of children meant that you were wealthy and they could help out around the house and around the farm, I think. So nowadays people having less children because, one, people are not doing as much farming as they used to, and then costs are so high that definitely, like I said before, having children costs a lot of money. So definitely you have to make sure that you have enough funds to take care of the family, and you have to make sure that you have the faith that you can take care of the children that God has given you. So definitely people are having less children. Like I said, they're going longer with their careers. They're starting to have a family a little bit later. But then now I'm seeing there's a lot of complications with that, because we know that females can only have babies between certain ages, and then when they get to an older age, it even comes as complications, as in it's harder to have children when you get older. And then again, a lot of men don't necessarily want to have children when they get older, because again, it kind of hits on their manhood. They want to be like 50 years old and just starting to have a baby, because that's going to be a lot. By the time the baby's a teen, they'll be like 70. And they'll be like, is that your dad or is that your grandpa? And I didn't want that. So me and my wife started a little bit late. Again, that's my son up there. But not too late. We had we had our first child at like 31. So, and I'm 42 now. So again, some people might say that's late. Some people might say that's early. Because again, I know a lot of people that are waiting until they're almost 40 to have children, which is a lot. But do whatever works for you. If it's okay, great. Because you can't turn back time. So you got to deal with what you got to deal with. Next, pushing forward. I just want to encourage everybody out there to keep on pushing forward with your life, whatever it is, with kids, without kids, with a spouse, without a spouse, single, whatever it is, married a long time, multiple kids, whatever you got going on, keep pushing forward because again, you have one life to live, and you want to make sure that you have no regrets on your deathbed. You want to make sure that you tried everything you could, took a lot of risk, especially those of you that are in your 20s. Do as much as you can in your 20s, especially when you're single, because you can mess up and still have 50, 60 years of your life to go, right? So at the end of the day, I'd say to anyone in their 20s, early 20s, teens, your life has just started. Like you might think your life is over because some boy dumped you or some girl left you or you just lost your job or you can't find work and you're done school now, but you have a lot of time. You just got to make sure that you're comfortable, you live within your means, and like I said, travel as much as you can, take as much risk as you can when you're single and you have less dependence and responsibilities because, like I said, when you have those dependents and you have the responsibilities, it's a lot harder for you to actually want to just go to vacation if you want to, or try different things because you have so much responsibilities now and dependence that you can't really do as much as you would want to when you're single. When you're single, like I said, you can just do whatever you want. You don't really have to ask anybody as long as you have the funds and you have the expertise and you have the shot, you can take it. But when you have a lot of things on your plate, it's a lot harder to just take that risk and take that chance and go exploring. But again, if you guys like this content, again, like I said, this is Mark Johnson, the Money Maverick. I'm a runner, I'm a father, I'm a husband, businessman, all around great dad, and with God's help, faith, and just doing what I got to do for me and mine. So again, if you guys like this content, share and like it, subscribe to my page, and I'll try and get some more content out to you guys as soon as possible. Try and get that video out to you guys with preparing for your first baby. Hopefully YouTube makes me share it. And again, that's my son saying bye. You guys take care. All the best. Keep pushing. Don't give up. Believe in yourself. Encourage yourself daily, and you can do it. All right? Take care.